What if a world record celebration turned into a deadly tragedy? In 1986, Cleveland made history, just not the way they hoped. In 1986, over 1.5 million balloons were released into the sky above downtown Cleveland. It was supposed to be a feel-good charity event, a symbol of hope and transformation for a city that desperately needed a win. The city had been struggling with a rough public image for years. Locals even joked that Cleveland is a mistake. Determined to change that narrative, city leaders and the United Way planned something massive, break the Guinness World Record for the largest simultaneous balloon release, beating Disneyland's previous record. They spent 6 months preparing. Volunteers built a massive net, an entire city block wide, to hold the balloons. Thousands of people worked around the clock, inflating balloon after balloon. Finally, on September 27, 1986, the big day arrived. But while crowds gathered in Cleveland's public square, something very different was happening on Lake Erie. The night before, a severe thunderstorm had swept through the area, and that morning, 2 local fishermen went missing. Their boat was found drifting, abandoned. The Coast Guard launched a full-scale rescue effort just as the balloons were getting ready to launch. Despite worsening weather conditions, the organizers decided it was now or never. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The balloons were released early. Cheers erupted as the sky filled with color. Cleveland had officially broken the world record. Over 1.5 million balloons soared into the sky. But the triumph didn't last long. The weather turned quickly. Cold air and rain hit the city, and instead of floating away and gradually deflating, thousands of balloons were pushed back down to Earth, still fully inflated. They clogged runways at Lakefront Airport, forcing flights to be grounded. Roads became hazardous as balloons drifted into traffic, causing accidents. Bulldozers had to be brought in to clear the mess. Meanwhile, the Coast Guard's rescue mission turned into a nightmare. Lake Erie was now blanketed in floating balloons. Visibility was ruined. Finding 2 men, or even a life jacket, was nearly impossible. They had planned for just 10% of the balloons to land in the lake. In reality, over 60% ended up there. 2 days later, the bodies of the missing fishermen were found. The search was called off, and what was meant to be a moment of civic pride had turned into a tragedy. Balloon Fest 1986 did make it into the Guinness Book of World Records, but only once. The entry was removed the following year. Guinness discontinued the category altogether. What started as a feel-good publicity stunt became one of the strangest and saddest disasters in American event history. If this story gave you chills or made you rethink how far people will go for publicity, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe. More untold stories are coming your way.